Hello, good morning to you all. Today the subject is the Western music. Now today we are going to talk about the dominant seventh, right? The dominant seventh. The dominant seventh is the chord that built on any note of the fifth note of the scale. A triad can be built on any note of the scale, root, above it a third, and above it a fifth. Now we will see the C major scale. C major scale is having 8 notes. Each note we can build a triad. The dominant is the fifth note. So you can see now the dominant triad with red color. So the fifth note of the scale is the dominant. Now we'll see, switch on to the key with the keyboard. Now the dominant is the G. So you know the G, then next note is B, third note. Then the fifth is D. Normally we use next is G. Now in the dominant chord we build as G, B, D, G. But when dominant seventh comes, G is omitting and we have to write F. Now we can see the dominant seventh in the stave. You can see G at the bottom, that is the root, then the B as the third, and the D as the fifth, and then the seventh is above it. So we name as dominant seventh with the Roman number 5 and 7. Here you can see the dominant is as the root, then the third comes above it, then the fifth comes above it, then the seventh comes at the top. So this is the dominant seventh, right? So you know the dominant seventh built on the dominant note and above it a third and above it a fifth and 7. I hope you all understood the dominant seventh chord. Right, now we'll take C major as the example. So now you can see the G is the dominant note of the C. So G, G and B third, then G, B, D fifth, and then the last G, B, D, F. That is the dominant seventh. So when we write to the SATB 4 parts, you can see 4 parts the dominant seventh chord. The top is the root, that is the soprano, then the alto, then the tenor, then the bass. So the root is at the bottom, then the 3 notes you can change it and use it. So you can see with the stem soprano, alto, tenor, bass. So that is called SATB. That is the indication for the dominant seventh. Now the resolving of dominant seventh. There are some rules to use the dominant seventh. So the dominant seventh can be resolved to perfect cadence, that is indicate 5-7 to 1, interrupted cadence 5-7 to 6. Remember the children, remember when you are using the dominant seventh, you have to use the seventh near the Roman number 5. So the rules of the dominant seventh: third note should rise in the dominant chord. Then the seventh note should fall. Any chord, fifth note can omit. Right. Now we will go to the perfect cadence. The key is C major. Example, the key is C major. Now here you can see the dominant seventh chord built on the dominant note G, B, D, F. Root is the G. Then you can see the dominant seventh chord effects to the Roman number 1, the first chord, that is C, E, C, C. C, C comes, the fifth is omit in the Roman number 1, that in that chord. Right. Now the rules, the bottom 2 notes go together, then you know that third should rise. So the dominant note third is B. B step rise means it goes to C. Then 7th should false. 7th is F in the dominant chord. When it falls, it comes to E. Then the remaining two notes go together. So this is how the dominant 7th rules involve. So now we'll switch on to the stave. You can see how the two chords built on the stave for 4 voices. Here G goes to C. You can see with red arrow. Then the third note, the dominant 7th third note is B. B rises to C. You can see with the blue arrow. Then 7th falls. F comes to E. You can see that green arrow in both. Then remaining two notes, D goes to C. This is how you should effect perfect cadence, the dominant 7th chord. Right. I hope you all understood. Right. We'll go to next. That is interrupted cadence. Interrupted cadence, the key example is C major. You can see the dominant 7th affects the 5th note G, B, D, F as same as perfect cadence. Here you can see the 6th chord interrupted cadence effect 5 to 6. So here 5, 7 to 6. So that is normally we write in interrupted cadence the 6th chord A, C, C, E because we have to double the third. So here you can see G goes to A. The bottom two notes go together. Then the third note rises. That means in alphabetically B goes to C. Then 7th note falls. That means F comes to E. Then the remaining two notes. I hope you all understood how it comes to each pair. Right. Now we'll see with the stave. So you can see the bottom two notes goes together. G goes to A. Then B goes to C. That means third note should rise to next note. So B goes to C. Then 7th note should falls. That means F comes to E. Then the remaining two notes go together. So this is how the dominant 7th affects to interrupted cadence. Right. Now we'll go to in a minor key. In a minor key, always you know that you have to raise the 7th note. You should raise the 7th note. So perfect cadence. Now this is in E minor. So when you come to E minor, you know that you have to find the major key. You have to find the major key and you have to insert the key signature. So here E minor, the key signature is G major. So G major is having F sharp. Now you can see in E minor, the dominant 7th chord built B, D, F, A. E minor, the dominant note is E, F, G, A, B. So from B, the chord built. So B, D, F, A. Then the first chord is E, G, B, E. There you can see sharp near the note. That means the 7th note of the E minor raise. So that is why the D is sharp. Right. Now we'll switch on to the interrupted cadence. Alright. Now here you can see the dominant goes to the bottom two notes, then the third rise, then the 7th falls, and the remaining notes. F goes to E. Right. The same rules affect to this cadence. Only thing is D should be raised. That means the 7th note should be raised. Right. Next we'll switch on to interrupted cadence. This time the key is D minor. You can see the stave. So D minor, the fifth note is A. A, C, E, G. The dominant note of D minor is A. A, C, E, G. Then the sixth is D, F, D, D. You know, minor in the interrupted cadence, we have to double the third note. So now here we will see the rules. The bottom two notes go together, then the third should rise, then the seventh should fall, and the other two notes move together. So here also in the D minor, the seventh should be raised. The seventh is D, E, F, G, A, B, C. In the D minor, seventh note is C, so C becomes raised, and the D minor key signature is near the clef, so that is B flat. I hope you all can understand the lesson. Thank you very much.